glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that, partner. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete. There defensively was Nasir Adderley making a nice play. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up first and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a third and 5.
Safety's creeping. Hey, kill. 49 to Mike. 49.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So on fourth down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, with virtually no win, this is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, With no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, so they held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Be good.
On second down now. It's Gordon, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, Delta. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Rotate. Hey, Delta! 180! Hey, box truck. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Out of time. It's left.
Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Watch the run. There you go, kill. 52's the mark, boy. 52. Now I'm going to lose one. Hey, we're going to 52.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And it's getting that roll. Watch twins. Watch twins. 6 guys. Hey, here we go. Wait, 85.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's got some space here. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. 3, 218, chop.
Now Anthony Lynn, sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Bring back, 380, 190. You ain't doing nothing, Dad. You ain't doing nothing.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. This is Gordon as they go to him again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Step around 80, block 15. Rip left, 12.
On third down, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 37, check 37, check 13.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Eckler. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get him, just make sure they're...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number one headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming. Hey, ready?
Rivers to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
GN 21. Quad.
Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jerry Tillery gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
52. It's going to be a long day. We're 1-54. Whip. Watch the whip. Check safety. Watch twist.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. He's going to air one out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Let's go, D. Big series break. 89.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Hey, go on. These babies born. 54, Mike 54.
To throw, Rivers. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers to Gordon, out left. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Rivers on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Mike 52. Let's go. Swerve.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
At the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. I got you. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Hey, we got
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long for Rivers. The open man is Smith. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
79. Red.
Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, Rivers flushed out right. Pass incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Right. Rush in.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
64. Kill. Wait, 89.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
On 1st down, it's Elliott, and he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And the Dallas